Okay, good day to you guys. This is Tanaka Rodnichindomu, and I'm representing Golden Cloud Network. It is a platform that we're trying to build where different professionals come together and talk more about their careers. Our main goal is to help network young professionals so that they can facilitate and collaborate with each other towards attaining their goals. Our other vision or goal is to make sure that we are giving out information, helpful information to the people so that they may have guidance towards their pursuits. So our guest today, I am honored, is Mr. James Nyabadza. This guy, we went to high school together. He was a senior, and he's one of the people that I always looked up to. I always looked up to him from the way that he presented himself, his academic excellence. So you know how we were that one person in high school we look up to. He's that guy for me. So he is an engineer and he is a chief executive officer of a growing company, one of the most upcoming companies. The rate at which this company is growing, I tell you, everyone will know, everyone in Zimbabwe will know this company. So yeah, welcome, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
Alright, that's great. Okay, so we're just going to dive straight into the questions, right? So you are an engineer by profession. What kind of engineer?
Civil and water.
Okay.
So basically, it's everything you see that's constructed, be it a road, be it a dam, or something simple as a house.
Okay, that's fine. So what inspired you to become a civil engineer, and how did you get started in the field?
So I think it's around 2004.
Okay.
I was in high school, and we just closed school. So my uncle came in from South Africa. He's a civil engineer by profession, big guy. You know, I used to see the nice cars, you know, the healthy family, you know, skin. So what I did is he came to our place, and you know, our uncles gave him my report card.
Okay.
I gave it to him and was like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, I want to be a lawyer.
Okay.
And he said, no.
Yeah.
You can't be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I think he was basing from what he had seen in me. Because as a young guy, I was so interested in stuff. I used to want to know why a wheel was turning, and how is it turning, and where it's going, how is it starting. So he said, you can't be a lawyer. I was telling him, no, but I speak well. You know, I can stand in front of people, be an advocate, be this, be that. I was like, no, civil engineering.
Okay.
The bad thing happened was my dad, he worked at Zino for around 25 years.
Okay.
He was a wastewater operator, more like a technician.
Okay.
So he used to work closely with engineers. So every time when I was giving him my report card as I was doing this guy, he said, be an engineer. I work with engineers. They are so okay in life. You know? About what happened after, I think we'll talk about it. Okay. But in a nutshell, that's what got me into this.
Alright, so that's a case of family influence. You know, that's something that we've been picking up in terms of the way people choose their careers. Their families have a huge impact in their career choice. So, yeah, you just highlighted that. Okay, so I have another question for you. What's the most rewarding aspect of being a civil engineer so far?
Okay, so what I've seen in people are different, isn't it? There are so many classes of people. They are builders, they are leaders. Some people are born to support, and some people are born to improve. So the most rewarding thing about being a civil engineer is my ability to create. Someone can come to me or my colleague or whoever says I want double story in a weekend. you have to be creative. You have to know what you need to make it happen. So being able to create and see what I create come to life it's unmatched.
Okay.
That's more in what I feel is a big reward.
Okay. That's great. Okay. So in creating, you know, if we take, I don't mean to mix subjects, but you know, the greatest creator of all, God.
Is God, yeah.
You know, when He created us, He had a plan, you know, and He did what He did with us. But then something happened, you know. Adam and Eve did their thing. Yeah. So that shows us that creators and engineers sometimes face challenges. You know, so what's the most challenging project you've worked on, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Okay, so I started my career in a very huge project. You know, Zimbabwe was going through expansion of power station, of the one power station, and in my school years, I never wanted to do structural engineering. I wanted to be a water engineer. Just like my dad had told me, you know, you have to, you know, do something that changes people's lives. So I thought to myself, I got the offer. When I got there, I thought to myself, why am I here? You know, but you know, from being a student, you know, you're like 23, 24, you don't know much. It's your first job in that field. The people I was working with kind of assumed that we knew stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys are coming from school, you're fresh from school.
Yeah.
You know how this is done, you know how this is done.
Yeah.
But you won't be knowing much. So what was challenging the most is, you know, that assumption that engineers know, you know, and also adapting to a workplace with over 1,000 people. You are a student engineer. You know, you're trying to see how to work with people. You know, how to move this from this, how to delegate. So that was the most challenging. The job itself and what was required. You know.
So, do you think that you're at a stage now where you have managed to overcome some of these challenges?
I think it would be blasphemy to say that if I face a challenge, I can overcome it.
Okay.
I face so many challenges each and every day. Might be people management, might be project management, might be budget management, you know, quality management. It keeps renewing its challenges. You know, there was a time where I was like, I think I did the wrong thing. But what it taught me, you know, from that time was people suffer more in their brains than physically. If you take a look at problems that you faced in your life, you find out that you were thinking you don't have money, but after you thought about that, you went to it. So you're suffering more here than you are, you know, in your day to day. So I can't say I've overcome every challenge. I'm still learning, and God is so nice to learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Well said. I think you put it up the best. So another question: is there maybe a story that maybe you can share that didn't go as planned, and what did you learn from that or experience? Because from what you just said, you might not, you know, you might not be able to always be on the right side of things, but sometimes you learn. So, any lessons you can share with us?
Okay, funny enough, this is last year. I'm involved in an organization that does infrastructure for telecoms companies. So So in my capacity as a civil engineer, I get a budget for a project. I had like 7 sites in Adelaide that I got to manage. I used to think I can do anything, I can overcome it. But I got a lot of obstructions, a lot of disturbances, delays, and through all that, I got a lesson from another guy who was superior to me. He was like, the moment you walked in here, you were not sure of how good or bad you're going to do. Just like a baby is born, you're given a name. People haven't even spoken to you, they give you a name. That's the same with acquiring projects in Nigeria. You're given a project, it's work, do this, and you're given a budget. So in planning, implementing, and commissioning, I got a lot of challenges that I faced before and overcome, but they came in a new form. So in life, in your career and your job, the most important thing is to take delays or disappointments, take a piece of paper, write down what happened, why it happened, what you can do to avoid the same thing. If you write it down, it's not just writing down for you to read tomorrow, but when you think about something, and you write about it, you're using 2 brain parts that are different. The most important thing is to write it down, get the lessons, and next time you'll be good.